Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tea and Biscuits with John and Shahin. If you would like to get some good movies reviewed, this is the channel to look at. We are looking at reviews on subscriber websites, Netflix, NowTV, Amazon Prime, so on and so forth. If you guys want to check out our previous videos, please do so on our channel. And today, me and Shine are going to review another two movies that we watched this week and go from there. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on what we think we should review, please let us know and we'll try and review it.
Make sure to subscribe on our channel.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe on our channel. See, that's why Shaheen's good on this channel. He knows exactly how to make it popular. All right. So this week, I actually watched, oh, that's right, the biscuits, sorry. So the channel is obviously called The Biscuits. So Shaheen's just showed me a picture of his biscuits. So, well, that sounds wrong, but that's just the biscuit that he's shown me. So this week, I've just gone for a biscuit that we get here called Lotus Biscoff. It reminds me a little bit of gingerbread. I don't know why, but I really like it. It goes really well with tea. So that's what I've gone for. And I'm not
coincidentally,
sure
I didn't get it. I'm not a huge fan of Biscoff, but for some reason I used to say Biscoff for some reason, but I looked at it just to double check Biscoff. But my wife picked it, and I think it's because for some reason it's in at the moment. You can get Biscoff flavor, milkshakes, ice cream, and so on kind of stuff. So yeah. I'm starting to see this in dessert places. So
yeah, my wife's not a big fan of this. I actually I like it quite a bit.
I tried one. It was okay. I think I have to try one or two more, three more maybe, right? And get through the whole biscuit pack, which is really bad. But no, I'll try one more before I make a judgment on it. But I think my prior one, my chocolate hobnobs at the moment, that's on the top.
That's
I will try something
favorite,
different. Yeah, well, at the top at the moment, but we'll try. I'm going to try something different next week. This one, like I said, my wife chose this one.
Okay, fine. So what movie did you actually watch this week?
So I actually watched quite a few. I actually watched a couple of Bollywood movies as well as Hollywood movies. But this week we'll, just do one each. The one that I watched yesterday, it's not too old, maybe I don't know, about 2 years old maybe. It's actually a sequel of a movie called Ekta Tiger, and this one's called Tiger Zinda Hai. So I think it means Tiger is alive.
Okay.
Right? So it's a Salman Khan and a Katrina Kaif movie, and I'll be honest with you, the original one it's not one of those movies that I'd watch normally. But in the last few years, Salman Khan, I'm not a huge Salman Khan fan, right? I think he's made some really good movies, but in between, not that great. But he's actually been making some really good movies the last couple of years. Bajrangi Bhaijaan and stuff like that. That was really good. This one is one of those action movies, and Katrina Kaif was in it as well. I thought it might be a bit like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right? So part one, very good. I'd highly recommend that. I'm not reviewing part one here, but I just say you need to watch part one anyway, and part one, it's worth watching. Part two, Katrina Kaif, I mean, the gist of it, Katrina Kaif, she's an agent of Pakistan Secret Service, and Salman Khan's a agent for India's Secret Service, the marriage. So again, not to give away too many spoilers, I didn't like it. I didn't like the part two. I think it was way over the top. And I get it, Bollywood movies are trying to do over the top, but some of these just doesn't make sense, right? The first opening scenes, him and his son are at the top of the mountain trying to cut logs for some reason, and the wolves chase him. Again, bizarre action scene that doesn't make sense. And there was another scene which I just couldn't stop laughing, where him and Katrina Kaif, it was the road, they were being chased. They were in a car, and for some reason, just coincidentally, there's a ramp on the road. She goes really fast. The car goes up the ramp, and the car's spinning. And for some reason, the car's in the air, but she's steering as well, which doesn't really make sense, right? So there's a lot of things that just didn't make sense in the movie. I mean, but I get that Bollywood movies doesn't make sense, but this is extra didn't make sense. So I wouldn't recommend it unless you're like a hardcore Salman Khan action fan. But even then, there are moments you're going to think that doesn't make sense. So
Mm-hmm.
I would personally give it half a biscuit out of 5.
Oh my God, really? That bad?
Yes.
That is a harsh review.
It is, yes. But I'm only
So you
comparing
wouldn't
because of part 1.
recommend...
Part 1 had the humor,
Okay.
the
Okay,
action,
because of
and so
part
on.
one.
And part 2 just let me down.
So you wouldn't recommend people wasting their time watching it then?
No, I mean, the people who have watched part 1, they most probably will want to watch part 2 anyway.
Part 2. Okay.
And that duo, Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif, they have a lot of history as well. So they'd want to watch that to see their chemistry. But again, I just think it was a bit of a waste of time.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
What yourself, John?
So the movie I actually chose to watch this time was a relatively new movie. I really wanted to watch it in the cinema, but for some reason I never got the time. And luckily it came into NowTV. So this is the subscription service that the Sky TV has. So pay monthly service, NowTV. And the movies package, they usually release quite a lot of new movies every week or so. So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came on there, and I went ahead and watched it. I didn't have a lot of high hopes for it. I thought it would be okay because I thought it may be a little bit of Quentin Tarantino's time actually finishing in, like, Hollywood dominance of that sort of movies. But this movie is spot on. It is a proper Tarantino movie, and the storyline is brilliant. If people can relate to it, especially if you know American history, you can relate to that movie. And there is the aspect of the golden age of American cinema. And the story revolves around a washed up actor who's almost going into decline and his stunt double. So the stunt guy is Brad Pitt and the actor is Leonardo DiCaprio. Both of them really good performances. It's quite believable to see them as stars from there. It's like watching an old 70s movie and you can relate these stars to those movies. So that's a good job they've done there. So the story revolves around the time when the Manson murders happened, when Polanski's wife was killed. The pregnant wife was killed by Manson. So the story, I don't want to give away the story, but it is during that time, focusing on Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, this dynamic between those two, but it's set in an alternative timeline. It's not set in the timeline that we are in.
Okay.
And the events of what happens with the Manson murders. And they've done it really well. They've brought in Bruce Lee in between. They show him like a little arrogant guy, but it's actually pretty decent. And Steve McQueen is played by the guy from Band of Brothers. I can't remember his name now. Damian Lewis, sorry, yeah, he plays Steve McQueen in it. They've got those nice references of Hollywood from the golden age. It's a brilliant movie to watch. There's no boring moment. I think I would give it 4.5 out of 5. It's such a good movie. It's a movie that even if you don't have a subscription service, buy the movie and watch it.
So I think I do need to get Now TV. I've been meaning to watch this one for a while, and I just haven't had a chance because I don't have access to it. But I have watched every single Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and every single one of them has been a hit to me. It's like Tom Hanks. He's like a Tom Hanks to me. The amount of passion he puts in to that method actor, he puts into each of his characters. Yeah. Like I said, I have not missed any of Leonardo DiCaprio movies. Yeah. And the fact that he's combined with another hotshot like Brad Pitt. There's only a few movies out there where you get two A-listers start together. I still remember Interview with the Vampire. If you haven't watched that, we're not going to review that. But you've got your Tom Cruise and your Brad Pitt together kind of thing. And you've got Christian Slater, not much of an A-lister, but still you have huge stars there. Yeah. So definitely, I think this one's one that I need to watch. It's a definite watch.
I recommend people to definitely watch it. I mean, for lack of a better word, the chemistry between these two actors in this movie is brilliant. It actually goes well. It's done really well. This is like, I think, a comeback for Quentin Tarantino, who in my head I thought was declining in the way the movies were being made, but this is something else. Because I thought
he has his own style, doesn't he? He has his own style. And mostly, like the Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill type, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he peaked with Kill Bill. Django was okay. I thought it was good. Django's a good
Hmm.
movie, but not as good as Kill Bill. And then the rest of the movies were all right. But this puts it up with like Kill Bill.
So if you were to okay, so you'll associate it on the same level as Kill Bill. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Nice. Okay, John. Thank you for that. Next week we're gonna have another one, and hopefully we're gonna have a guest on the show, and he's not Desi, but we're gonna get him to watch a Bollywood movie and do a review on that. So I think it's his very first Bollywood movie. So hopefully we will see everybody next week. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
Thanks, John.